Hey guys, welcome to the Big Man Podcast. Now, before we get into this, let's get a couple things straight, okay?
If you're not a big man and you're listening to this podcast, stop.
There's a couple rules on this podcast, all right? You got to be a fan of three things if you want to listen. Those things are football, beer, and big titties. If you're not a fan of one of those,
okay, yes and.
click off.
I'm not a fan of football or big titties.
Why did you agree to do this podcast with me? It's all about
I'm
man.
kidding.
It's about
I'm a
guy
fan
stuff.
of any type of titty.
I love me some titties, man,
Single
if I'm being
titty,
honest.
Dual titties, man. Man, I love my titties.
Did you say ghoul titties?
Huh?
Did you say ghoul titties?
I don't think I did.
What was the second
They'd
one?
be your titties if they were ghoul titties.
Very funny, Ryan, because I'm a skeleton. I'm skinny.
No, you're a ghoul. A skeleton is not a ghoul.
Yeah.
You have a ghoulish complexion. Doesn't make you a skeleton.
I don't know how to fix that shit, dude.
What do you mean?
Like, I don't know how to make my complexion not ghoulish.
You were doing pretty good when you were focusing on your health for a straight 3 months, and then
Yeah, my
gave up.
complexion actually did. It's like if I gain weight in my face, my complexion's better. I got to get a better skin routine. Wait, why? This is the man cast. Why are we talking about skin routines? Only thing I want to talk about is firing my shotgun and praying to God.
dude, I bought some guns recently,
Yeah?
and I can't really make fun. I grew up in a house with guns, so
I did too. My daddy had a shotgun. And,
I had there were like 4 or 5 guns.
dude, I just remembered I got in so much trouble because when I was like 12, I made some joke where I got my dad's shotgun out of the closet. I like went in the living room with it, and I was like, "Hey, mom, hey, dad."
Oh my
And I remember I forgot about this.
Was this when you had your fucking scary school shooter bowl cut?
Yeah, it was.
So in their minds they're like, "This is it."
They're like, "Well, we knew it was coming. One of these days,
It's
here
like,
it is."
Fuck. I really thought he was acting a bit different. And then your dad would be like, I always knew he would end up like this.
And our day of reckoning has come. Yeah, I got in trouble. My
The
mom.
globalists have turned our son against us. So you walk into your kitchen with your dad's
living
shotgun.
room. I think they were sitting like watching TV.
Did you point it at him?
No, I didn't. I'm not that dumb. But like, I walked in with the fucking shotgun.
You're like, hey guys.
I was like, "What's up, mom and dad?" And oh my god, I got to talk.
Did they jolt up and like, put that down?
My mom was like, "Matthew, stop it. That is not funny." And my dad was like, "Son," and he gets up and like takes the gun from me, goes and he puts it in the closet.
When he got up, you should have pointed it at him.
I'm like, sit back down, old man. I didn't tell you to stand. You're
This isn't
fine
a
right
joke. Now, son, now you're gonna get mad at me? Are those the final moments you want? Fucking dad?
It's like, "Dad, you're fine right where you are." And then when he's just, "Son," I'm like, "Hey, you talk when spoken to. All right?"
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I got in trouble for that.
Well, obviously.
Yeah, this is the kind of stuff we talk about on the Man Cast, guys. Get used to it. All right, or the Big Man Podcast.
Can we get sponsored by AR15.com?
Is that a website? I'm sure someone owns it. Yeah,
I'm gonna look it up. AR15.com.
you can order like Amazon, but for semi-automatic rifles. Have you ever shot an AR-15? That shit hurts.
Ain't lying.
Oh yeah, AR15.com.
Does cheap rush? Okay, wait a second.
Can you just straight up buy gun shit online?
Yeah, I think
What?
so. Become a member. How do I buy stuff?
With money, dumbass.
There's a bunch of forums. Man, they only have T-shirts. Where are the guns?
I don't think you could sell guns online.
Pff.
I'm pretty sure there's some laws like that you just can't buy guns online. Of course you can't buy guns online. There's like a big process of having to get a gun.
Custom Glock upgrades. You can buy Glock upgrades.
I guess that's upgrading the gun you already own.
You can buy like
Dude, can we become a gun channel? We just get really into shooting guns.
you can buy a trigger connector,
Like,
an ultimate trigger connector for
all
your
of our
Glock.
videos are just shooting different types of guns and shooting like watermelons and
I love shooting shit. It's fun.
it's fun, yeah. Hey, I'm not gonna lie, I've shot an AR-15. I bruised my shoulder doing it because I'm a little
Baby.
pussy boy. I remember I've been to the shooting range 2 or 3 times in my life. Back
I've never been to a legit shooting range. I always went to, I guess you can, and I went to like an outdoor one that wasn't like an indoor.
It's one in my backyard, you know.
When I was like I guess Venture Scouts, we did a bow and arrow, and then we shot like a bolt action rifle.
Got that old shit.
But the only gun that I've shot, I think, was a shotgun. It's a bit.
Shit's loud, dude. Like,
Yeah.
you don't realize how loud a gunshot is until you do it. And you're like, oh, shooting ranges suck because it's just full of these dudes that are it's like a dick measuring competition, at least when I've been. They're all measuring their dicks. But basically, I went with some friends in high school or like coworkers in high school. They're like, hey, you want to come shoot guns today? I was like, yeah, why not? And my 18-year-old friend had an AR-15, which that's normal. And basically, we're shooting guns.
He was 18 and had an AR-15?
You can buy an AR-15 at 18.
That's right. It's only handguns you have to be 21 and up, I think, right?
I don't know. But he was 18 and he got an AR-15.
You can't have like an easily concealable weapon, such as a handgun or a firearm.
No, you can just buy a weapon of mass murder.
You can buy a shotgun at 18, but you have to be 21 to buy a handgun, I think. Let me look it up because I know the thing is, I know if I get gun people mad, they're going to come to my house and blow my brains out.
That's what they do, dude. No, but
a lot of people are like, that is not what we do.
I remember this guy comes over to one of my coworkers. He'd never shot an AR-15, so he's trying to get his like grip on it, and my friend's showing him, and this big dude comes over and just goes, "Hey, it's not a doll, sweetheart. It's a rifle," and then just walks away. And I was like, "All right, dude, cool."
I was right. Federal law requires someone to be at least 21 to buy a handgun from a licensed dealer, but only 18 in most places to buy a long gun. In some states, mostly rural places with a strong tradition of hunting, you can buy a rifle at the age of 14 or 16.
What? You can get a gun at 14?
Now, this might be Google's liberal bias trying to scare us.
Ryan, I couldn't drink caffeine past 5 p.m. when I was 14.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Oh, you can have a gun, though."
When I was 14, I'm trying to think. Like, the only memory I have when I was 14 was at a birthday party at a movie theater where we watched World's End. So I was super excited for Pirates of the Caribbean. That's the mindset I was in. Super excited to see Pirates of the Caribbean. I was having a movie theater party with a bunch of other kids where, you know, parents make you a cake and other parents drive. If your parents driving you somewhere, you shouldn't own a gun. How about that? Get a car first and then a gun.
If you can't even drive with a beginner's permit.
I'm kidding. I'm sorry. You know, I just want to get off this because I feel like I'm just going to get trapped at every corner. If I say get a car before a gun, people are going to be like, some places you can't get a car. You can't. Why would you need a car?
Wow, Ryan, that's coming from a point of privilege. Do you know how expensive a car is compared to a gun?
I don't know what I'm talking about, but I do know that the image of a parent driving a child somewhere should not be mixed in with the kid holding a rifle in the back seat.
Dude, I knew a kid that was still in his mom made him sit in his booster seat at 14, so it's like the same age where you could still be in a booster seat. Well, maybe that's just a rare case.
Yeah.
How long were you in a booster seat for? Do you still use one?
I don't know. I'll ask my mom.
What if you just straight up, just like I found out you still used a booster seat? Dude, I got so pissed off because I remember like we'd all be going somewhere as a family, like, "Mom, do I have to use it?" And she's like, "Yeah, you got to use your booster seat." I'm like, "Come on, man. I don't want to." I look so. Oh, I remember the big one. It was my birthday party, and my mom was driving me and all my friends somewhere, and I remember I had to use my booster seat, and my friend had to bring his along. Like his mom made him bring the fucking booster seat. They're important, guys. I didn't die because of one.
Don't put them backwards. By the way, booster seats.
Not a car seat, a booster seat.
Oh, booster seat's fine.
If you're too short, it just raises you up a little bit.
Yeah. Man, this woman ain't gonna respond.
Cecile,
she's gonna interrupt the podcast when we're on another roll.
I mean, it's not worth it at that point. Oh,
hey Jim.
Oh, you right?
Good. How are you?
Good. Mom's upstairs, and she said, "Grab my phone, Ryan's on the phone."
Oh, I thought you just said she's crapping.
No. She's upstairs. Hang on a second.
Okay, thank you. Hey.
You haven't thrown away all your Michael Jackson t-shirts, have you?
You know, it's debatable. Who really knows what happened there, right?
Yeah, but it looks pretty damning.
Look, all I'm saying is, I'm kidding, of course.
What parent's gonna let a 7-year-old sleep over with a 35-year-old?
Jim, are you trying to tell me that if the Michael Jackson, the king of pop, came to our house and said, "Can I see Ryan? Hey," you wouldn't hand me over in a heartbeat?
Oh, I'll give you up in a minute.
Of course. I'm only the stepson.
All right, buddy. Love you, man. Here's your mom.
Love you. Thank you. Mom?
Hey. Yes, baby.
I had a quick question. This is going to be a very short call.
Oh, okay.
We're on the podcast right now.
Oh, okay. Okay, what is it?
So you're in podcast mode.
Okay.
Okay. How long was I not did I know I had a car seat. Did I have a booster seat at some point?
Yes.
Okay, how long was I in a booster seat for? To what age you think?
I believe, until you were probably at least 6 or 7, I think.
Okay, 6 or 7.
I think so. I mean, because that was the law. You have to be a certain age, I think, and I
Height.
can't remember what it was.
Yeah.
You had a booster seat for quite a while.
Yeah, and then I hit my growth spurt and I beat the shit out of everyone.
Yeah, that's right.
You were actually scared of me for a while. It's
was.
right when I turned 8. You had to lock your doors.
I did, because you were like the Hulk, man.
Yeah.
One
the
minute
Thing.
you were sweet, and the next minute you just went off.
I was bludgeoning our neighbor with a tire iron. I get it. I understand your fear, but you know, I've learned better, and I think that it was due to your parenting that my rampages were cut to a halt. So, love you. Bye.
Bye.
I feel bad for my friend that had to use one at 14. You stopped literally half of his age. 7 years old. That's double his your lifespan, and my friend is still using one. Because I think it's like a height requirement. And
Your friend right now is still using one?
no, he was.
You have a
using one.
14-year-old friend?
I have plenty of 14-year-old friends, Ryan. I make them all the time.
They're the best.
I can just hang out and have
Their
fun with them.
imaginations are wild.
Speaking of imaginations, let's go to Neverland.
It's not.
Is Neverland still around?
The ranch?
Yeah.
I wouldn't think so. I mean, no.
Can we
right?
buy Neverland?
I think it's all gone.
You're telling me Neverland, home of Michael Jackson, King of Pop, is no longer around?
Well, let me look it up.
Yo, dude.
I'm looking up so much shit. Jackson was acquitted of all charge. That's not what I asked. Yeah, okay, Google.
You just set everyone's phones off by doing that.
But literally, I said, is Neverland Ranch still around? And the first thing that comes up is Jackson was acquitted of all charges.
So that means they got to expand it twice the size. They let him build his own castle there. They said, all right, Jackson, if you get convicted, we're going to have to tear down Neverland. But if you get acquitted, you get your very own castle in Neverland.
Oh, I didn't know that. Michael Jackson, Jackson stated he would never live at the property again as he no longer considered the ranch a home. And he did not return to Neverland.
Probably because it was like a media.
Yeah. Guess what, Matt?
What, buddy? You had nothing to say, huh?
Nope.
I was like, maybe it's a bit. Maybe there's a bit coming. Nope. Just nothing. Just absolutely. Podcasting at its finest.
My brain was empty. Just like from the start of that. My brain was completely empty.
My brain empty. I'm Ryan. Brain empty. Dude.
You feel so big, don't you? Making fun of your friends.
Yeah, I do.
Climbing on top.
Giddying up. Riding you.
Climbing on
like
top,
crazy,
holding people down, forcibly making fun of them.
I don't do that. What if that's how I bullied you? I just like get on your chest, like sit on your chest and just like laugh in your face. Like
You sat on my chest. You take my arms, pin them to the ground, and you do that thing where you spit, except it like goes down to the
and
string.
I suck it back up.
Yeah.
I get it like as close as I can, and you're like, no, and then I suck it back up. But then that one time I mess up and it drips.
Or I just go and blow it up into your face.
And I fly backwards, crash through a dresser. I'm blind. Dude, honestly, I could never do that. But I had friends that would do that. Like that shit was gross. Like the mucus in the spit and drip it down. So like that.
Yeah.
I knew kids that could like touch it to the ground and pull it back up. I'm like, dude, you're just asking to get sick right now.
I knew how to like get the spit and keep it like long, like keep it going down in the
gross.
drooling thing, but I could never suck it back up. It'll always break.
It's vile.
I think I did it once and I was like, damn.
That's enough for me. Like I did it once. That's all I need to do. Go to like a talent show. That should be our live show. You should just do that for like an hour and a half, and I'll just sit there silently watching, being like, "Ew, gross."
I remember I went to a talent show in elementary school, and I said my talent. I can't do it anymore because I'm a big fat dude. But basically, I would do this, and then I would bend all the way backwards.
He's sitting on his knees,
like this,
and then you would just bend backwards.
Yeah, but I can't do that. Can you do that?
What?
Real quick, hold on.
Do you want to film it and put it in the podcast?
It's you're the one editing, so it's whatever you want to do.
Film it, bro.
I gotta film you because I think you're the one that can do it.
Yo, you better be watching this shit on YouTube.
Okay, so Matt, what I did as a talent in elementary school, I can't do it. My old fucking man body. When I was a kid, I was a lot more nimble. Ask my stepdad.
Do
I
it.
did
Try.
this, and then I would like bend my body like all the way
Damn.
back to where like I was lying down on my back, but with my legs in that position.
That was your talent at a talent
That
show.
was my talent. And then when I did it, like the room was silent and an auditorium filled with kids wanting to show off their talent. And I was like,
And they just didn't care. And the
and
parents
the
were like,
adults
wow.
And the adults were like, "You're a kid. You're bendable. You can do that."
Your
Let's
mom's
see if
like,
you can do it.
Ryan, yeah, that's such a talent. I'll try it.
Show me my phone. Like that, and then
Ow!
then lay down.
Ow!
Yeah.
Shit!
He's doing it.
Ow!
Oh, yeah, you're doing the Ryan McGee talent show.
Ow! That shit hurts, man.
Yeah?
I could be in a talent show, though. I could go to an elementary school and be in the talent God, Jesus Christ. I knew something was coming the moment you looked out the recording room window to see if anybody was there. And the second I saw you do that quick glance, I'm like, he's gonna whip his dick out or something.
Here comes his dick.
The gym shorts quickly slide down, and he runs at me with a slight twisting of the hips, so it's really going like right in my face.
We didn't film that part. Well, it was filmed. You just can't see. I don't think you can see my penis.
I'll double check. I'll make sure it's not in there.
Okay.
Actually, should we share the news? It's been a while. I guess we can say it. Ryan and I are flying to China, and we are actually getting a penis reduction surgery. We just feel like those inches would be better off someone that needs them. So we're going to take about 10 inches off each, reduce the girth a little bit, a couple inches off the girth.
Girth by like fucking only 3 inches.
Yeah, like 3 inches off the circumference.
Yeah.
But we're excited for whoever in China ends up receiving the extra inches. We just wanted to give back to people in need. So we figured that would be a lot more giving back than like charity live streams or donating money to charity. Got to give something that not everybody can give. It's
Harry's shave gel or Harry's. What do you love most about shaving with Harry's? Be specific with your Matt, what's Harry's?
Let me tell you about Harry's, Ryan. It's a little razor company. They make razors, shave gels. They make some face scrub. I use that. Basically, they'll send you razors in the mail every month, which are very, very sharp. I'll talk about those in a minute. And you can use them to shave your face or any other part of your body you want to shave.
Wow. Harry's founders were tired of paying up for razors that were overpriced and overdesigned. They knew a great shave doesn't come from gimmicks like vibrating heads, flex balls, or handles that look like spaceships. Tactics that the leading brands
One more time.
Tactics that the leading brand has used to raise prices for decades.
It's really a gimmick. And they fix that by combining a simple, clean design with quality, durable blades at a fair price. Harry's bought a world-class blade factory in Deutschland that's been making quality blades for over 95 years. They've received over 20,000 5-star reviews on Trustpilot and Google. Damn, that's a lot.
Harry's replacement cartridges are just $2 each. That's half the price of a Gillette Fusion Pro Shield. All Harry's blades come with a 100% quality guarantee. If you don't love your shave, let them know and they'll give you a full refund.
Now listen to this, guys. Get a $13 value trial set that comes with everything you need for a close, comfortable shave. You get a weighted ergonomic handle. You get a 5-blade razor with a lubricating strip and a trimmer blade. You get rich lathering shave gel, and you get a travel blade cover for when you're on the go. Listeners of our show can redeem their trial set at harrys.com/SuperMega. Make sure you go to harrys.com/SuperMega to redeem your offer and let them know we sent you to help support the show.
Wow, thank you, Harry's.
Thank you, Harry's. My bathroom's loaded up with the stuff they sent me.
Jackson Harrison actually, they use it every day.
Yeah, they legitimately do. The face scrub is in my shower. The shave gel's in my shower. See, the thing is, Harry's, I want to personally. Ryan would have to be the one to personally endorse. I don't grow enough facial hair.
I can personally endorse. I trim my cheeks up a little bit.
But the Tucker Bros, very closely associated with SuperMega, they use it every day. They love it. They can't get enough, and they're always like, "Hey, did they send you any more free stuff? Did Harry send you any more sample kits?" So I'm like, I believe they did, and I get to bring it to them, and they're all giddy when I do it.
But now we're back.
Speaking of hair,
with the podcast,
something I wanted to talk to you about.
We're talking a low tone now.
Is it an ASMR podcast?
I think this tone will bring people in from a different audience, and maybe we'll attract millions of new listeners. if we give it more of an NPR vibe?
We're going to need to spend about 20 grand on microphones first. Their microphones are so fucking crisp. NPR's microphones, you can hear every single molecule of spit in the person's mouth when they speak.
Of the mouth.
You can really hear those moist mouth sounds. NPR is great if you have ASMR. I was listening to this dude do like a book review, this old ass man. And I was like, this is wonderful. Just kiss the microphone. I'll do a gag where I'll like kiss the microphone and put the mic cover my mouth, and then I remember like how much fucking disgusting bacteria and
Our
shit
body's been through worse. We've literally been inside of another human being.
Well, I'm talking about
covered in shit. In our most vulnerable state, where getting sick could mean death.
Well, you're a baby though.
We're covered in blood and shit.
You come out in a placenta sac. And they gotta pop it and squeeze you out.
Yeah,
of the
and then they
placenta
cut
sac.
you out of the placenta sac?
Yeah.
No.
That's happened before. Like, this woman gave birth in China, I think, to a baby, and like the whole.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Can you believe that
she gave
shit?
birth to what?
She gave birth to a baby.
Whoa!
Yeah, it was huge in the news. Can't believe you didn't hear about that. But it didn't know it had been born yet. I saw this on Facebook, so it could have easily been some fake news. But it was like a full placenta sac filled with liquid with the baby floating inside, and they had to like wake it up and like cut it out.
That's what it'll look like with clones. Like the sheep that's in that little sack where it's like the fully like cloned sheep.
Dolly?
Is that the name of the sheep?
Yeah.
It's so cool.
Yeah, I can't believe they cloned a fucking sheep.
They grew it.
Yeah.
In a little sack.
That's fucking crazy. Can we like...
We're going to do that to humans.
That was so long ago too. That wasn't that in the 90s or some shit?
Think about if North Korea had that power, they'd just make little workers. They'd have little factories making those babies. And it's like those babies aren't human, they're sack babies.
What's the problem though? If we start having sack babies, they're gonna be like,
are they gonna have the same rights as regular babies?
That's the problem with AIs, dude. If AIs start having feelings, it's like, well, if they have feelings, do they have rights?
I think we need to grow out of our feelings. I think that's evolution, right?
I think we evolved into feelings, you know?
No, we evolved into understanding them. I think a lot of things have feelings like anger and okay, our difference is that we are where we can
like self-awareness?
Yeah, we're self-aware. So like when we're angry, it's like, okay, I'm angry because this. When a dog's angry, it's just like, oh, I don't know, I'm just reacting this way because this is the way I react because of stimuli.
That's true. And we've also developed like such more complex emotions than like other species, like crazy, like in-depth ones. And I wonder,
pigs have pretty complex emotions.
Pigs?
Pigs.
Well, they're
and
pretty
whales,
fucking tasty too.
Whales and elephants have very complex emotions.
But you know how like ours
and
are
languages.
You know how ours are like the most on that chain of like complexity? I wonder if like it's possible for another species to evolve, not like now, but like hypothetically, that could have like even more complex emotions that can feel new emotions that humans cannot feel.
Because we don't understand it.
Yeah, like, but they can feel different emotions, or like they can see colors we can't see because our eyes can't take in that wavelength or something.
There are a ton of colors that we can't see.
Isn't that weird? There's colors that we just can't see and never will.
We can't comprehend.
But there
colors.
are colors,
and
like,
they're right in front of us, right?
Yeah, they're everywhere. Like, isn't that crazy?
It's lame, man.
Like, why can't God? Come on, dude. Like, you couldn't just given us that little upgrade. Like,
I just want to live in a world where I see every color.
You're telling me that we've evolved over billions of years and we can do crazy shit like mathematics, but we can't see all the colors?
First, we evolve out of the water, and you give us shittier eyes than fish. But we also, in doing that, to help us survive, we can't see more colors.
Like, what the fuck, dude?
Come on.
Oh, I bet I know why he's doing it.
What?
God didn't do it because he's planning on doing like microtransactions, and it's like you can upgrade to the full color pack where you can like see full colors.
Microtransactions are almost in every AAA game that I've seen.
They're in like everything now.
They've been around for a while too. Like I was just thinking about it. I was like, they had them in Dead Space 3, which wasn't that like that was a pretty good while ago. That was back for the Xbox 360. Now the Xbox One is almost out of its prime time, and I think there's rumors that Microsoft's going to announce another console.
The Xbox 2.
I'm actually excited for what Microsoft is doing, and I basically what they're doing, from what I understand, is they're just making low end computers essentially, because that's what a console is.
Yeah, but you can just do like one task pretty much.
Mm-hmm. And they're just doing that, and so they're going to sell. Think of like the Xbox One X and then the Xbox One. You know, they're going to sell like a standard version and then a version that's more expensive, but then can probably run games better and all that stuff.
There were rumors of a Switch Mini.
A Mini?
Yeah,
Oof.
that's smaller and the Joy-Cons are not detachable.
Nah, I'm good.
So it's just like a tiny little smaller tablet version.
No.
It's like, yeah, nah.
Then what? Then you can't have the
I know, you don't get that
little
nice
click.
the nice little click. That's a satisfying click. You know what's really satisfying on some of the newer iPhones? The vibration when you're like setting your alarm, like the timer, and you're scrolling through the numbers, and it's like, oh god,
That's what I feel with this watch.
it's so fucking just
Like,
pleasing.
come here.
Let me do it.
Just spin this like. Hold on, what can I'm trying to do a.
Let me spin it, boy.
Just do this. Just.
Oh god, that is satisfying. They got that down to a T.
It's wonderful.
Those bad boys over at Apple. That's pretty nice. Anything exciting coming up, Ryan?
We're going to Japan.
Oh yeah, that's one thing.
Right.
We're going to Japan tomorrow, or actually at the time of this podcast releasing, we should already be in Japan.
We're on a plane, trying to survive, not be bored. I think I'm going to be sleeping hopefully a lot of the time because I plan on not sleeping at all tonight. I'm just going to pack and make sure I have everything done and just stay up because I think the flight would be a lot better for me if I could just sleep for 50% of it.
Yeah, same. I gotta figure out. I gotta charge everything and all that boring shit. But like we said earlier, we're going to Tokyo and Kyoto and stuff for a week and a half with the sole purpose of shooting some videos for SuperMega. We've been saving up from like merch and shows and stuff so we could just go out and make some cool fucking content for you guys. Very excited. And we have uploads for while we're gone. We got a ton of Animal Crossing. We got some new stuff coming out
Played
soon.
a game on the Switch that I am in love with.
Yeah, and we beat it. So another completed.
Made me a
little
bit
series coming.
angry. So it's a mixture of one of those games where
We
we
haven't had a
legitimately
Rage series
respect
in a
it.
while.
Huh?
We haven't had a Rage series in a while.
It got close to being. It was I'd say the last episode was definitely.
You raged sometimes.
Yeah.
You freaked out at certain points.
It's because I'm not gonna say what game it is yet, but it's one of the games where you do the same level over and over again, and it's just like that feeling of dying near the end and having to like go back and relive it.
again and again.
You understand the frustrations of characters in movies like Groundhog Day or Happy Death Day is the most recent
What a good
interpretation of that. Or I think Russian Doll apparently is. I haven't seen either Russian Doll or Happy Death
What about
Day.
Happy Death Day 2?
To you.
Had 2U, yeah. They made that sequel fast. That shit was like,
Yeah, because horror movies are cheap to make and they make a lot of money.
yes, they do.
Purge. That's why there were 4 of them.
Were there 4 of them?
Purge.
Oh, fucking, think about how many
Purge.
paranormal activities there. And Saw? Think about how many Saw movies. There are like 8 Saw movies, right?
What's the horror thing now? Because when Saw was around, it was like gore and all that shit. And then for a little bit, it was kind of just going back to haunted house movies
Like
because
Paranormal Activity.
you had Paranormal Activity. That was the found footage era, which stemmed off of that. But then you had stuff like Insidious and The Conjuring and Annabelle and all these haunted house type of movies becoming more and more popular. What's the horror thing right now? Just being indie? Like it's just like
I don't know if there is one right now.
A24. Can that be a
That's a
genre
theme,
of
yeah.
horror?
I
I'm
mean,
excited for Midsummer.
Midsummer?
Yeah.
What's that?
Or it's. Do you still pronounce it summer if it's SOMAR?
Yeah, I think so.
Do you?
I think Midsummer. I don't know, but yeah, we're gonna be in Japan. It's super fun.
You didn't even allow me to. It's the director of Hereditary,
Oh, really?
and the poster is. It's just such a beautiful poster.
Speaking of scary stuff, I had something I want to bring up to you. I was hanging out with Harrison Jackson tonight, and we like. You could easily be.
I want to. Okay, I know what you're about to say, and I'm gonna. Okay, go say it. Say it.
What, do you want me to save it for something else?
No, say it.
I think it's very plausible that. Of course, it's not true, but there's a good case around you that you could be a werewolf.
Why? What's the case?
So I got a couple things.
Okay.
You kind of have that dark, quiet, mysterious side.
Dark, quiet, mysterious side.
Yeah.
Is it because when I go home, like it's hard to get in contact with me?
Kind of, but it's like, so just, you have that kind of like mysterious vibe about you.
Do I?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
And then like
It's interesting seeing from a different perspective, people looking at me. So I'm interested.
there's a little slice there. It's kind of like a quiet, mysterious side of Ryan. And
Okay.
then you got the look for it a little bit. You got like
because I'm hairy.
Yeah, you got the hairy, but then you got the long hair.
Mm-hmm.
That fits it. But we're thinking, we're like, what if like he can't help but turn, and that's why he always has to leave hanging out at night early, and he's like, I gotta go take
care of Lego.
It's like,
and it's always before the sun goes down.
It's the perfect excuse. Because we'll all be hanging out and you're like, sorry dude, I gotta go take care of Lego. And it's like, really already, man? It's like, yeah, I gotta go, I can't stay for the rest of the party, gotta go. And then it's like,
I have left a lot of events with that excuse.
oh, many times. But also it's like,
it's not an excuse.
we're like, what if he got the dog and then also moved really far away just so the excuse holds up? Because it's like, if you lived really close to like everyone else and you were like, sorry, I gotta go take care of my dog, it's like, Ryan, it's like 5 minutes away. But because of the distance and because of the nature of it, it's like, oh yeah, we're never gonna question it until now.
Well, I mean, that's a good theory.
Well, it all came up,
but until you have any proof.
We were watching like a werewolf thing, and we were just like, imagine like, can you see Ryan as a werewolf? And we're like, yeah. And then we started thinking about like, wait, it makes sense.
Because I always leave places. Was that the one piece?
That's a pretty big piece right there. And also when we lived together, all the claw marks that would appear on the wall after full moons.
Oh, but I mean, that's...
Was that Lego? Or?
That happens. That happens everywhere. That was probably Lego.
Does not happen. That doesn't happen in my place.
If you have a dog,
fine. We don't have to talk about it. But I don't know. I could just see you as a werewolf.
Okay. I'm sure a lot of fans.
That's a zombie.
No, I'm thinking when you say that, because like werewolves were like the first furries, right?
Yeah. Right? Yeah,
the Wolfman.
That's furry shit.
Think about it.
That's pre furry shit. Absolutely.
Anthropomorphic animal.
What were those things called? Animorphs?
Animorphs.
The books where the cover was like the kid transforming into like a fucking
I hated those.
ferret. It's horrifying.
We've talked about this before, I'm sure. Who gives a shit? But it was creepy as shit. I hated that when I was a kid. It gave me the same vibe, like the same weird vibe as the there's a creepy book that's about the three little pigs. And the artist who did it, it was very creepy. Hold on. I'm going to look up creepy Three Little Pigs book. Yeah, it's called The True Story of the Three Little Pigs.
Let me see.
Hold on, it's going to fucking Amazon. This? You remember that book?
Oh, yeah, he did a bunch of other kids' books. Yeah, it's just like...
What's the guy's name?
Fucking... I don't know. But Animorphs, like... Every other frame besides the kid being normal and the animal were scary as shit. Like, some of the ones, like, I think the ones where he's first transforming into it, like the first 2 or 3, those are the freakiest.
Animorph.
It's just like, all the covers, it's like, that's like when they just discovered Photoshop and they're like, guys, check out what we can do nowadays. And it's just freaky. Oh, dude, you realize, like, our generation had all the...
Look at this
Let me
shit.
see.
Put this up in the podcast. How is this not creepy?
Whoa, that's fucking nightmare fuel. I fucking locked your phone, Ryan. Face ID. Face ID. Look at it. Look at the screen. There it is. Sorry.
See, they put the fucking lock button on the side.
I know.
So I always accidentally...
What the fuck? That's scary as shit.
Isn't it?
Every fucking frame of that is scary as shit.
When I was a kid, I know like adults are probably like, kids are gonna think this is epic, but I was always shitting.
Look at that shit, dude.
That's what I'm saying.
We're looking at the snake. It's on the screen right now if you want to take a look. Like
the snake one.
Oh, there's one where he turns into a fucking cockroach.
What?
Look at that
Let me
shit.
see.
The fucking dumbass kid turned into, like, he's growing shit on his face?
Let me see this.
Fuck that, dude. No.
Not a fan.
Not into it one fucking bit.
This isn't even an animal. What is this?
Like, what other...
the alien.
What? Whoa. This one, they're turning into, like, a reptile.
I love the one where they just turn into a fucking mallard.
Oh, yeah, I see it. Dude. Oh, I hate this one, dude. The starfish.
Wait,
the girl, look, she's turning into a fucking starfish. Look.
I think I found my favorite one.
Turned into a fucking starfish. It's like Conehead shit. Oh, my God. Is that a gorilla?
Yeah.
I like the second frame of that. It's like a smirk, like, These are all gonna be on screen, guys, so you can watch along at what we're reacting to.
Oh, whoa! One girl becomes a squid.
Yeah, this girl becomes a mouse.
Oh, this is the one I remember the most.
Dude, how many were there?
This is the one that I remember when I was a kid, and this is the one that I hated the most that I saw the cover of when I was a kid. It was the one where they turn into like a hawk or a bird of some kind.
Oh, that face is. This is like a bad acid trip. Oh man. I think we know what the thumbnail's gonna be.
Wait, how would you know what a bad acid trip is like?
I'm just guessing, Ryan. I would never do drugs. You know that.
True.
Dude, Dude, we had like our generation had all like people are like, why do furries exist? It's like, dude, our generation had all the precursors there. We had Animorphs, we had Zoo Books, we had Arthur.
And we also had Squarespace.
From websites, online stores, marketing tools, and analytics, Squarespace is the all-in-one platform to build a beautiful online presence and run your business.
Say more and sell more. Stand out in any inbox with Squarespace email campaigns. Their all-in-one platform makes it easy to unify your brand voice. Haha, robot. From your homepage to your emails.
You can launch that consistent content from website straight to email. Powerful editing tools to make that website all your own. You can make it whatever the F you want, guys. There's customizable layouts for any kind of website or message you want to sell. You want to have a website for your podcast, for your dog walking business, for your bakery. It's all there. Mobile editing is now also a thing, so you can use your phone. So you can send emails through the Squarespace email campaign anytime. You can edit your website anytime, anywhere. What are some things you can do with Squarespace, Ryan?
You can turn your cool idea into a new website. You can showcase your work. You can blog or publish content. You can sell products and services of all kinds. You can even promote your physical or online business. But guess what?
What?
You can do all this because Squarespace gives you beautiful templates created by world-class designers and a powerful e-commerce functionality that lets you sell anything online.
Dang diddly darn, dude. There's the ability to customize the look, feel, settings, products, and more with just a few clicks. Everything is optimized for mobile right out of the box. A new way to buy domains and choose from over 200 extensions. Have you looked at some of those extensions? They can get pretty goofy. You can make whatever website you want to make. And there's tons of analytics that help you grow in real time.
You know what my favorite part is, though?
What?
They have 24/7 award-winning customer support.
Ryan, what kind of people can use Squarespace?
Architects, people who have art galleries, coaches, athletes, interior designers, nutritionists, people who deal with weddings,
Lawyers, furniture
real
makers,
estate brokers,
gyms and studios,
gamers,
record labels.
If you are those or more business type or fun creative types, then use squarespace.com. Go to squarespace.com/SuperMega for a free trial, and when you're ready to launch, use the offer code SuperMega to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain.
Do it or you're square. Oh my God. That's beautiful. Yo, be there or be square. Space with
Why are
Squarespace.
my shoes on the couch?
Why are your shoes just on the couch?
I have no clue.
Like he's not wearing them. They're just like off his feet, sitting next to him on the couch.
I don't know why they.
I noticed that earlier, but I just didn't like really think anything about it. But now I'm like, huh,
I'm putting them back on again.
All right, those are nice shoes, man.
Thank you.
Fucking
They're gonna be good for walking around Tokyo.
interesting choice of tap shoes, but you know, not opposed to it.
Yeah, but you just need to call out my name, and then you'll listen out for the.
Like, because Tokyo's a pretty busy place. We're
Yeah.
in Shibuya Crossing. I'm like, Ryan, I hear like a beautiful like. I actually took tap dancing classes once. Do you know that?
I'm jealous because I wish I did when I was younger.
I still remember a little bit, like one
you?
of the moves. It's like you gotta like, it's toe and then you swing, heel. It's like, oh, I clearly can't do it. Imagine being able to tap dance real great. Oh, we should learn. So then we can make a video and just bust out a tap dancing musical number in it, and we're just amazing at it.
We should do it at the live show.
Oh my God! We end with,
randomly to like end a live show. We just do this whole fucking routine, and we're all sweaty and we're actually trying. Kind of like the dance number Mac did in one of the ends of the episodes of Always Sunny.
or when I gotta hand it to Seth MacFarlane. The Stewie and Brian like musical tap dancing numbers were fantastic.
Oh, and whenever it's a Stewie and Brian episode, people are big fans of those.
The show is pretty much just that now. That's like the focus
it?
of every episode. Pretty much is just Stewie and Brian now, because they know that's what people like. But also, like, isn't there a scene where like Stewie tap dances with like a real man,
I don't know.
and it's like it's like perfectly
Wait,
animated.
is
It's
it?
like a man tap dancing, like of something they shot, and they put Stewie on it, like tap dancing perfectly with it.
I would love to. That's
Like
actually
Seth
a good.
MacFarlane, he's got some
a good
good
bit.
ideas up there.
He does, but
His music's fantastic.
you know.
Fly me to the moon and check out Family Guy season 17. Streaming on Hulu and on Fox TV. Please watch it. It's not as funny as the other seasons, but it's still okay. If you're bored. That's like his new track on his album. He's just trying to promote the new season of Family Guy. Really bad. The Donald Trump episode. How dare they
you were talking about
disrespect
how
my-
awful that was.
I can't believe they would disrespect my president that way. They just hit all like the worst stereotypes.
orange,
Like he's orange. He's
fake
got tiny
hair,
hands. It's like
tiny
very
hands.
funny. It's like, what next? He's gonna slurp down some covfefe and eat a hamburger. It's like, come on, Seth, get a little creative with it. You know what I'm saying? If you want to come on SuperMegaCast and make an animated
You want to
series,
get Trump on SuperMegaCast? I'd do it.
of course I do it. It's like the president, if the most controversial figure of like modern history wants to come on our podcast.
What's up, Donald? What's up?
What's
now, someone sent me clips of your show, and some of the things you made fun of me for were mean and
But-
untrue.
I have to say, there was some truth to some of it. Like the thing about me having a big penis. That's very true.
You know, he's got a huge cock.
You think he does?
Nah.
Like real?
He's got
real-
an average penis, probably.
You think it's average or like small or like?
I don't know.
He could have a huge cock. It's like that's the thing about dick size. Is like you really just never.
It doesn't
know.
matter. Like, it doesn't. Having a big cock doesn't mean you're a wonderful person.
No, absolutely
And having
not.
a small cock doesn't mean you're a shitty person.
Yeah, it's like penis size. You never know until you see the penis, and it's like Ryan and I both have incredibly small penises, but we're still cool dudes, right? Like I don't think that penis size affects anything.
Then how come earlier in the episode you joked about us getting 10 inches off and 3 inches off the circumference?
Size is relative, Ryan.
Relative to what? Yeah,
I
I,
would-
stumped you, didn't I?
Yeah, because I accidentally canceled out a bit we did earlier.
Now
I mean,
what?
not a bit.
Now what are you gonna do?
I was
Gotta backtrack this one, buddy.
I was just saying that because the FBI is investigating us for having penises that are too big. That's why we have to go to China for the surgery. So we have to throw them off our tail by saying we have small penises.
Okay.
See, I completed the bit. These guys, these super mega guys, these funny YouTubers, their penises are just too big. We gotta kill them.
Oh man,
You look like you're about to shit your pants over
I'm
there.
about to shit my pants.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I have to really take one for the team.
You gotta go do some, gotta go make some brown?
You're gonna take the Browns to the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying?
I loved that one when I
I
was a
laughed
kid,
and
dude.
farted at the same time just now. Went,
I by accident?
Not yes, by accident.
I've done that before. I
Because when
did-
you
Like you do it and it just happens. It's embarrassing. I did that. I ever tell that story?
yes, when girl you had a crush on. In fact,
Oh, I did. That was
in
it.
fact, I believe you told that story in our Halo 3 Let's Play
Damn.
when we were on the crow's nest level.
Ryan, you been watching Super Mega lately?
No, I just have a memory that does that stupid shit, and
Me
I don't
too.
know why.
There's
We've
certain
talked about
things-
this. There's a lot of things that I wish my brain could maintain and keep together, but no, it chooses to remember that we had a specific conversation in the Halo 3 Let's Play.
Same. Like
on
my
Crow's Nest.
brain will forget. Like, oh yeah, we were supposed to have a conference call with someone like tomorrow, but then it's like, oh, but you can remember you talked about Seinfeld porn in episode like 3 of the Pikmin series.
Did we?
In one of the episodes, we had to change the title later on because when the Adpocalypse thing happened, we're like, can't have the word porn in the title. Like when we had the Jackass playthrough series.
And we had to change the A.
to like a little like the alpha
Is it
symbol.
still like
I
that?
think it is because we were like, we don't want our channel to be flagged for the word jackass.
Jackass.
So we had to make it like the little alpha symbol, so we wouldn't get adpocalypsed. I haven't.
That's a finished series.
Yeah, we finished Jackass.
Holy
I had a
shit.
lot of fun playing that one. If you guys want to go one
Do
and
we
go back
actually
and watch,
beat the game?
yeah, right.
Well, in the words of Johnny Knoxville.
That's when we used to do that for the intro.
Oh, just like random sounds.
Mhm.
Yeah, I remember that. How the branding has changed. By the way, guys, speaking of which, our new end card in our Let's Plays, which a lot of you have seen, and it seems like you guys love it. That music, that song, we said it on a previous podcast, but I want to give another shout out to Harrison, not Harrison Tucker, Harrison the music man. He made that song called Comfort Cruise, and the music video is like a CGI skeleton sitting on a subway. And it's like, I sang it in a recent podcast. I'm not going to do it 2 podcasts in a
Okay.
row. But check him out. He's really cool. It'll be, it should be in the description
I
down
really
there.
like the music he made.
If you want some like chill kind of like mallcore, I don't know. He's going to be like, I don't make mallcore. Why'd you say that?
Mallcore, is that what actually a type of music?
Yeah. It's like one of those
If
weird
I look
niche
up
genres.
mallcore,
Yes.
it's an actual thing.
It's like the type of, it's kind of like a subsect of vaporwave, I think, where it's like music you would hear playing in an old mall in the 2000s or some shit.
Oh, dude, that's great.
They add a lot of like reverb and shit. I think Frank did a whole video about mallcore. I miss that boy. I think Frank is also doing a show in Brooklyn with Young Bae.
Which we can't make, unfortunately.
I know. I'm super sad because it's in Brooklyn. But
if y'all are interested,
please go. Like, go show Frank and Young Bae. They're both super cool dudes. Love them both. I wish I could go to that
just started
show.
listeing to Young Bae. Like,
Yeah, Young Bae kicks
like a
ass.
month ago.
He's a super cool
But you've
dude.
known about him for years, right?
Yeah, before I even moved out here.
Yeah.
I don't remember how I found him, but he's a super cool dude. Frank and I went to one of his shows. Got to chill. He's tall. He's the tallest, most attractive dude I've ever seen in
Young
my life.
Bae?
Yeah, Young Bae. His name is Dallas, and he is like so fucking tall and handsome. Like, his girlfriend is a lucky lady. I'll tell you that right now.
His girlfriends.
His 6
Oh, wait,
girlfriends.
I'm not supposed to.
Yeah, don't share that detail about him.
Okay. Just cut it out.
Yeah. Dude, what if he just messaged me like, what the fuck, dude?
You know.
Because, like, apparently he actually does have several girlfriends, and I just, like, ruined his relationship. My girlfriend listened to the podcast. Now she knows I'm sleeping with other girls.
She's a big Super Mega fan. Well, you could have just told her we were joking.
You guys have done it this time.
Fuck.
He, like, goes after us. He just makes, like, an entire album just dedicated to how much he hates us.
That's what it would sound like.
It'd be, like, some old, like, Japanese disco, like, with some reverb, and it'd be like, fuck Matt and Ryan, like, thrown in. You look like you're gonna shit yourself. It's coming soon.
I'm corking it, man.
We're almost done.
I'm really corking it.
We're almost done. There's some more things I want to talk about. He says as he forgets the things he wanted to talk about.
Wonderful. Good job.
Wait. I saw a really good movie called Lords of Chaos with Rory Culkin and Emery Cohen. Really, really good. I recommend it. It's actually, I talked about this in Resident Evil, that black metal band where the guy blew his brains out, and then his friend took a picture of him before he called the police and used that as their album cover for their black metal. Really good. It's about that whole like story and how they like burned down churches and
killed people.
Yeah, it's super fucking good though. And I want to correct something. Because in a Resident Evil thing, I said that Harrison and Jackson did nothing but black metal February. I made them sound like dumbasses because that's not a thing. It's nothing but black metal November.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I saw people like, I'm gonna do nothing but black metal February, and I'm like, go for it. You can do it. It's actually November is the thing. So,
but that's gonna get in the way of No Nut November.
Well, black metal does not make you want to nut. Have you ever listened to black metal?
No, I've listened to metal.
Pure Norwegian black metal.
What's the difference between black metal and just the
black metal is all about like death and suffering. It's like the extreme one. We're like, like
Are
metal.
those the ones where the titles are like cannibalistic, raped baby corpses, and like that's the title of a song?
Yes, but also there's an album cover that is like a woman's legs like just gave birth, and then a baby covered in blood, and then the doctor's like sawing the baby in half. They always go for the album covers, dude. There's one where it's like a bunch of like flesh and maggots and eyeballs. It's like they really fucking do it.
Man, y'all think we're edgy.
Yeah. Well, I mean that whole community, like, but the people that are really into it take it so seriously, and like the people from Mayhem, the band the movie's about, like they actually like would kill people because it would make them look cooler in the community.
Because they're psychotic.
And they'd burn down churches because they hated Christians and stuff, like super psychotic. But it's like black metal is the sect that got like so into that actual like satanic shit like that. And if I misspeak on any of this, I apologize. I don't know that much about it other than what Harrison
just saw
Jackson
a movie
told me.
about it.
And Harrison Jackson told me a lot about it. I've listened to a little black metal. It's not super my thing.
I would say it's 100% not my thing.
It's very harsh, and I'm not that into harsh music. Like Harrison loves harsh noise, and I'm like, I can't get that into harsh noise. I've listened to a track here and there. You got to be in a mood for something like black metal or harsh noise.
Yeah,
it's a very harsh mood. I just like chilling out, listen to Sugar Ray, Real Big Fish, Lamp's a fucking killer band. Like every song by that band is like a hit for me. Like I cannot find a song of theirs I don't like.
If you check out the album cover of one of their albums, you'll know why. It's a home run for Matt.
Ryan?
What?
You need to stop pushing this propaganda
what are you
of yours.
talking? It's not propaganda.
It's a good fucking... I didn't even find that out. Jackson showed me that album when we were freshmen in college. Because he found it on 4chan's music board.
Ooh.
Do you ever go on 4chan?
No.
I don't either. I had my 4chan phase a couple
Lamp was
years ago.
recommended to me because it was just in the... I think I get better music from like a radio set up from a previous playlist than I do recommended anymore.
Like when
I used to be recommended good shit, but now I'm recommended a bunch of bad stuff.
Well, it depends on like what you've been listening to and like what's in that playlist. Because basically, I'll make my month playlist on Spotify, and then I'll listen to the last song, so it takes me to the radio based on it. And
I don't
then
have a single one for March. I don't have a single song for March yet.
none?
None. Haven't found anything that I've been vibing to.
Dude, I started making you a playlist of some good shit. And I'll send it to you tonight, and you can listen to it on the plane.
Ooh.
Just download it ahead of time.
I'll
good.
make sure to so I can go sleepy by on the plane.
It's really good. It's some good fucking shit. It's got Hobo Johnson. It's got the black-eyed penises. You know what I'm saying, dude?
Oh, God. Traffic's going to be awful to the airport.
At 8 a.m.
Yeah.
I was about to be like, oh no, they're going to come follow us to the airport to the time, but this comes out after the fact, so. Also, I don't think any of our fans are that fanatic.
Just like...
Maybe if you were like Jacksepticeye, but...
Like it's in the middle of traffic. Like the worst traffic.
No, we need to be there at 8.
Yeah.
So we need to
like,
get...
Traffic is...
Fuck.
Yeah. It's going to suck.
We don't live close to the airport at all.
Nope.
Welcome to the part of the podcast where they talk about their plans on how to get to the airport with all the traffic. That's really what it's boiled down to 132 episodes in, guys.
Anyways, if y'all really like this episode, we got 131 more episodes that you can listen to. You can start from the beginning or start from this one and work your way backwards, whichever way you want.
I'd actually recommend that. I think that's a better method.
That's how a lot of people do it.
Because it's like, but I mean, like, the older stuff, like, I actually listened to, like, a really old podcast recently, like, episode, like...
Doesn't age well, does it?
No, it's fine. I mean, some jokes we made or, like, some things I just, like, cringe at. I'm like, yeah, that's not funny.
Oh, we're going to cringe at stuff we said in this one. We're going to cringe at stuff
like, 2 years, we'll look back at this and cringe.
It's just aging. It's
growth.
Just how things... It's just like, how, like, you know, you have a different... sense of humor as you grow up, or just people in general have a different sense of humor. That's why, like, I just roll my eyes whenever I see, like, a comment or something that says something isn't funny, because it's like I understand 100% that it isn't funny to them, but at the same time, like,
comedy's probably the comedy and, like, attractiveness, like being attracted to a person, are probably the most subjective things out there.
Yeah,
right?
but people like to...
It's all taste.
Well,
taste is
when people
so
get upset,
subjective.
they like to claim opinions as facts. But, you know,
well, guess what? Facts.
Don't care about your feelings.
Nope.
And with that, we'll see you in the next podcast. Goodbye, folks.
Wait, also listen to us on Spotify and iTunes if you want to help us expand. I'm going to steal this from the official podcast to help us expand across the internet. That's straight from the official podcast.
Help us expand across the internet?
Yeah, they're like, and thank you to everyone listening on Spotify and iTunes and stuff to help us expand across the reaches of the internet or something like that.
Oh, they have like a little catch thing.
Yeah. We need more catches.
We don't have a catchphrase, do
we? We have no catchphrases or no, like, set things for this podcast.
Like no branding thing.
We've literally gotten 132 episodes into this podcast with no, like, set segments or no set...
Not like starting it out the same way every time. Like the Sindago podcast started out the same every time.
I loved that, too. That was fantastic. Great intros.
And then, yeah.
And the Tucker brothers have a podcast coming soon.
I'm excited.
We listened to their intro recently. It's fantastic.
We'll keep all of you updated on that if y'all are interested.
Absolutely.
Well, not if y'all are interested. For those who are interested, we will keep you updated. And for those who are not,
we'll make
you
a
will
mailing
also
list.
be updated, but
we'll force it into your ears because they're two really good, creative, fun friends of ours. And also, last thing, if you don't mind, maybe go rate us on iTunes. Give us a little 5 stars if you want, so more people can find the podcast. They can get bumped up on Spotify because we're actually on the first page of comedy podcasts on Spotify. Somehow. That baffles my mind.
Don't worry, it won't last long.
No. We walk in this room with no topics planned, and we're like, God damn, it's hot in here.
And sometimes it's very obvious.
Yeah. And we're just like, so, what should we talk about?
I still have to take a shit.
Okay,
so.
well, I'll let you go take your shit.
Okay.
Go take it. Bye, everybody. See ya. Next podcast is going to be one we record in Tokyo.
That'd be great.
Yep. Go take that shit, buddy.